Okay, guys, this is my this is my very first tour of my workshop. Friends and family have asked me to put a video on YouTube of my very first workshop, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm just going to talk you around the workshop and move this camera. So this is my first time doing this, so it's going to be a little bit amateurish, so please forgive. So here we go. It's a timber belt workshop, and it's all insulated. This is the workbench that I'm currently working on. Very simple workbench, based a little on Nicholson bench. It's a good bench, very solid, mainly made out of redwood and some mahogany that I had. I sent away to Axminster for the vise. It's good vise, good and sturdy, good and strong. So basically that's my brand new bench. There's a little bit of work to do. I intend to put cabinetry underneath it, behind the sliding dead man, and that's that. This is a wall cabinet for tools that I'm currently working on. I've just really more or less started that, so I have a good wee bit to go. I'm building up my clamp collection. I don't think you could ever have enough clamps, so I intend to continue to collect and build up the clamps. So I'll just pan round here the shop. The shop's about 16 foot by about 10 foot, and it lets in plenty of light. This is the evening time, so the light is certainly going down, but through the day it's very, very bright. Excellent shop to work in. This is the table saw. I had so many options to go with the table saw, but I decided to go with this cast iron saw. Excellent saw, by no means a perfect saw, but certainly a very good saw, very powerful, good flat cast iron top. A fence that locks down really solidly at the front and the rear. Excellent machine. Needs a 16 amp feed, as you can see in the background there. The 16 amp feed is in the background there, and I put it onto a little isolator switch just for a bit of safety. So that's the saw, 10-inch, 3 horsepower, good saw. Over beside it is a Shepic Plana 3 planer thicknesser. Good planer thicknesser. What I love about this thicknesser is it's got very wide beds for wide stock. I had a 6-inch planer before, American Jet planer, which was an excellent planer, but the problem with it was you were restricted always to 6-inch, which meant you were continuously using biscuits to make panels. So with this planer you can run 10-inch stock through no problem. She's a little over 3 horsepower, so more than sufficient power. This is a little drill press that I have, Draper. Good little drill press. I think it has a 1/2 horsepower motor, and I found it to be more than adequate for my requirements. Beside it is the SIP Mortis machine, floor stander, really good machine, rock solid, plenty of power. I think it's got a full horsepower, so plenty of power there. I think it can take up to a 25mm 1-inch chisel. Excellent. The Robert Sorbet sharpening machine, fantastic machine, leaves the chisels surgically sharp. I had a whetstone grinder before, but I have to say the Robert Sorbet, I think, for my opinion, and I'm just an amateur woodworker, really does give you that edge over most machines. A fantastic machine, heavily built, very, very powerful, good induction, excellent little machine. Beside it, the wee DeWalt miter saw, fantastic little saw, very small but surprisingly good capacity. I think it can cut 10-inch by 2-inch, 2¼ inch. So really, for what I use, it's more than sufficient for me. Over here we have the Record Power BS400, fantastic bandsaw. I got that from my local stockist, excellent machine. Lovely cast iron table, cast iron wheels in this saw. I'll just open up so you can see. Very well balanced saw, very powerful. I think it's got 2 horsepower. Excellent machine, cuts very straight. But all these machines, of course, really do require to be set up right and maintained, cleaned, oiled, and a good blade, of course. When it starts to not cut through, it's 9 times out of 10 the blade has lost its edge. So we have a little outfeed table here at the back. I just keep some tools and junk in there, and handy to have that behind your table saw. Much more safer to cut longer stock. Underneath this little bench I have a few machines, some odds and ends, drills, planers, etc. And in here Festool jigsaw is what I keep in there. So basically this is the shop. I'm just going to try and pan round so you can have a 360-degree view of the shop. 16 foot by 10 foot. Ideal really for a one-man shop. Suits me perfectly, and as I say, I just really use it as a hobby workshop. This is the dust extractor here, a Camvac. Excellent little machine, filters down to 0.5 microns. Fantastic. You only get one set of lungs, so you've got to look after them. So just pan round here further. And that's more or less the shop. I have some ducting here, which runs from the Camvac all the way down to the planer. And when I'm not using the planer, I simply move the ducting into the back of the table saw underneath this outfeed table or the bandsaw, and that creates a vacuum for both machines to get rid of the majority of dust. So as I say, guys, it's very amateurish. It's the first time I've done something like this, so I hope that you enjoyed. I'll try and make improvements in the future. I'm certainly not no photographer by any stretch of the imagination, or for that matter a good woodworker, but I enjoy it. It's a hobby for me, and I think everyone needs a hobby to de-stress in such a busy life. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and thank you very much for viewing.